Yeah. I'd like to welcome everybody to my podcast. I am your gracious host, Jupiter 9. And in today's podcast, we got to talk about the situation with, Romeo Miller and Master P, man. I feel like this whole situation with Romeo and Master P, it's a sad situation, man. This internet thing can become a serious toxic drug to people. You know what I'm saying? And for the life of me, I don't understand why people have to put all their business out on the internet. It's just some things I feel like, especially when you're dealing with family, especially your intermediate family, you know what I'm saying, that's close to you. I feel like some things should be handled behind closed doors, man. You know what I'm saying? And I remember Romeo coming up in the entertainment, you know what I'm saying? Romeo don't look like he really went through what Master P went through growing up. Growing up in the hood, growing up under a lot of pressure of trying to find a way out the hood. Master P started his whole empire, No Limit Records and everything like that, with only $10,000. Know what I mean? I believe that Master P left New Orleans when he was starting his record company, and he went to live in the Bay Area for a little while, and was getting money out there in the Bay Area selling like CDs and stuff like that. And people laughed at Master P, you know what I'm saying? When Master P was trying to get on and trying to get a record deal, a lot of record companies at that time when he first started, they didn't like his music when he first started. You know what I'm saying? They laughed at his music when he first started. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of DJs wouldn't play his music. Know what I mean? They did the same thing to Jay-Z, but it was a little bit more, it was a bit different for Master P. You know what I mean? Jay-Z still had a little bit of backing. You know what I'm saying? He had a lot of hate coming from New York as a whole at the time. DJs wouldn't play his music. He couldn't get a record deal either. It was really, really hard to get a record deal back in the day. Now it's really easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it seems like anybody can get a record deal now. But back in the day, it was really hard to get a record deal. So Master P, man, he's like one of my favorite entrepreneurs. You know what I'm saying? He's like one of my favorite, like him, Jay. You know what I'm saying? Who else, man? Steve Jobs was another one, the person I looked up to, you know what I'm saying, as an entrepreneur. Even Diddy, you know what I mean? So, Master P worked his butt off to get in a position to where he could take care of his family. You know what I mean? Because that was the ultimate goal, You know what I'm saying? Was to take care of his family. He couldn't save everybody. His brother, C Murder, is in jail right now. You know what I mean? But, he put everybody in position to win. He gave them that look. You know what I'm saying? And, people don't really understand, especially when you never really went through anything like Lil Romeo never went through anything like what Master P went through, and his siblings, struggling, coming from the hood and you struggling. You know what I'm saying? I understand what Master P went through. Know what I mean? Growing up in Buffalo, New York, east side of Buffalo, in the 80s and 90s. You know what I'm saying? There were times where we weren't sure if we were going to eat. There was times where, we were homeless. You know what I'm saying? And I dealt with that through my childhood and a couple times in my adulthood as well, being homeless. So, you got these kids like Romeo, you know what I'm saying? And that never really went through any type of struggle, you dig? So their sense of reality is kind of like, it's not like everybody else, you dig what I'm saying? Like Master P, he gave his brother Silk the look. He gave his brother C Murder that look. Like when Master P started his record label, you know what I mean? He gave everybody that look, you know what I'm saying? Mystical got that look. But I'm just talking about, I really want to just touch on like his family. Like nobody would know who Silk the Shocker was if it wasn't for Master P. You never hear Silk the Shocker come out his mouth sideways about Master P, his brother, you know what I'm saying? Or anything like that. I don't know what their relationship, Master P and C Murder, is. I think it's kind of strained right now. But Lil Romeo, this man, Master P, put you in position to win. Now, you claim that, and now this is just, this is just coming from his mouth, you know what I'm saying, that your father, Master P, took all the money that you made, you know what I'm saying, when you were doing your Nickelodeon thing and when you were doing your record deals and all that, you know what I'm saying? Okay, if that's the case, if he took your finances and you said that he took them and paid the IRS off, this, that, and the third, know what I mean? So you're an adult when you're 18 years old, know what I mean? So from 18 up until your age now, which is 33, what in the hell have you been doing to improve your finances? Sounds like to me that you sounded kind of like ill-grateful, which a lot of kids are today. I feel like kids today feel like that somebody owes them something. You know what I'm saying? Something's supposed to be given to them just because you're related to a person that has success and wealth. A lot of kids, that can't come up in that success and wealth feel like they're owed something. That, that Master P is supposed to continue to, dish out bread beyond your adolescent ages. You know what I'm saying? From 17 until from you're a baby until 17. Yes, Master P, he's the father. He's the one that's supposed to make sure that you're good. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you got a roof over your head. Make sure you got clothes on your back. Know what I mean? Make sure you got food on the table. Lights are on. You know what I'm saying? The basic stuff you need in order to survive. That's his job up until 17. Now, 18 is when you turn an adult, which I really don't believe that 18 is really adulthood. You know what I'm saying? Really. But, you're complaining that Master P, you know what I'm saying, which always had the drive and hustle to go get it. Like he said in his response video, he said he's been up financially, he's been down financially, but he's always out there hustling, trying to get it. You know what I'm saying? What have you brung to the foundation of that empire that Master P has built? You know what I'm saying? That empire. What have you added to it? Can you please tell me what have you added to that empire? Lil Romeo, I don't know you for anything but, guest appearances on maybe a couple TV shows on Nickelodeon or something like that. I remember you had the little thing with Bow Wow. You had the little rivalry with Bow Wow for a hot second. You know what I'm saying? You had a little rap career for a hot second. But I mean, what have you done since then? That was when you were a young kid, 12, 13 years old. I mean, what have you done since 12, 13 years old. I mean, you're complaining that, your pops took your bread and paid bills. Okay, well, you don't seem like you're starving for anything. You got a college degree. You know what I'm saying? You got all the tools to branch off and do your own thing. I mean, there's kids out here becoming millionaires at, 11, 12. The young lady I seen not too long ago, you know what I'm saying? She made a few million off EFTs. I mean, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? It sounds like you just want some material stuff. You just want the cars and the clothes and, all the material things that come with that life. I mean, you have not added anything outside of what your father has done for you. You have not added anything. You sound like a spoiled rich kid to me at this moment. You know what I mean? You sound like a rich spoiled kid right now. You know what I'm saying? And I read the poem, you know what I mean, that got the whole internet, going crazy and all that. No matter if your pops is rich or not at this point financially, he did his job as your father. Do you know how many kids out here don't have their father around? You got your father and your mother around, yo. You got both parents around. So you know how many kids out here without a father, without a mother? Hell, someone without either or parents. Both parents are gone. You know what I'm saying? You are the reason why you're in the position that you're in at this moment in your life. What have you brought to the table to continue to build that legacy, that empire that your pops built that took them 20, 30 plus years to build? Have you added to it? Just like your pop said. I mean, what have you done on your own? And this is what I'm saying. It's like people be getting crazy alley-oops out here, and just like the prime example. I'll give you an example, guys. 5-year foreign was like a few months back was complaining that he got a bad deal from Mace, which everybody in the entertainment business, you know what I'm saying, especially rappers, their first deal is always trash. I mean, nobody knows you know what I'm saying? So your first deal is going to be trash, so, but the thing is, Mace, he gave you that alley-oop, because if it wasn't for Mace, nobody would know who the fuck 5-year foreign is, and you wouldn't be where you're at. You know what I'm saying? Where you're at today. That's facts. You wouldn't be where you're at today if it wasn't for Mace. You know what I mean? And that's what I be talking about. People be very ill-grateful. People give them looks and alley-oops and stuff, and and they just, you know what I'm saying, think they're owed more than that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times when you're in positions, you know what I'm saying, in the entertainment industry, I'm looking at it from afar, you know what I mean? You gotta look past the money in the beginning, you know what I'm saying? You gotta look past the money, because a lot of times it's just the alley-oop, the person putting you in position to get to the bread, you know what I'm saying? And Master P definitely gave Lil Romeo. Nobody would know who Lil Romeo was if it wasn't for his pops. You know what I'm saying? Having the connections in the industry to, even have Lil Romeo on a rap record. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know you couldn't rap at that age. He was probably writing your raps. You know what I mean? So I'm saying, man, kids today, especially kids that come up in a wealthy environment, you know what I'm saying? Lil Romeo never had to struggle for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Lil Romeo never went through anything really in his life that he could really learn from. You know what I'm saying? Like, he never really went through no pain. You know what I'm saying? Not saying he never went to no pain at all. You know, he did lose a sibling, but I mean like struggle pain. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, moving from place to place. You know what I'm saying? Being homeless at times in your life, not having enough food to wear. You know, Mom Dukes, she would pass on eating just so you and your little sis can eat. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And I think that if he had to live through that, he wouldn't be, you know, putting all his business, his family business out on Front Street. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what goes on in their house or anything like that, their household, but I feel like it just, you know, the internet thing, just people just feel the need to put all their business out for the whole world to see, especially in our community. You know what I'm saying? And you know, brothers and sisters in our community, just the internet is really, you know, making them detached from reality, man. Like, you know, the internet can be used for good. The internet can be used for bad. The internet can be used to be tearing somebody down. It depends on how you use it. I feel that the internet is a good thing, depending on how you use it. But a lot of times our youth and brothers and sisters out there just feel the need to put all their business out on Facebook, you know what I'm saying, and out on these social media platforms. Know what I mean? It's just like they gotta share every moment out on the internet for everyone to see. It's just like I never understood that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have a Facebook. That's the only platform I really have, and I don't even use it. Like, I don't even post stuff on it. You know what I mean? You go on my wall right now, that joint is mad bare. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't feel the need to be putting all my everything I do every second of the day needs to be on Facebook, Instagram, and people are wasting too much time, man. People are wasting too much time on the internet, I believe. This is my opinion, and it's just my opinion. I mean, if Romeo took the same effort, all he got to do is pick up the phone and call his pops. Like, this is how I feel. You know what I'm saying? He wrote a poem. It's called The Tree of Trauma. And it's a cool poem, but I don't believe this was the main factor of, you know, why he did what he did. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like a lot of times people get on this internet and they just want attention. And I feel like Romeo wants attention. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have no career. He should have a career. Because his dad, you know what I'm saying, definitely gave him a crazy alley-oop. For him to have a really good career, gave him a crazy alley-oop. What has he done? You know what I'm saying? He's looking for a hand from his pops. And honestly, his pops don't owe him anything, man. His pops did what he was supposed to do as a man. He made sure he had clothes on his back. You know, he was always shining. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that was rented or what, but he was always shining. He don't look like he's starving for any food. You know what I'm saying? And then he's crying about being in the same place for all this time. And I'm just like, I mean, when a man has you in a stable home environment, that's just stability. He didn't move from place to place. Like me growing up, I moved from place to place. You know what I'm saying? I was never really in a stable home environment. You know what I'm saying? And it's because, you know, my moms didn't have, you know, she didn't have much money. So we were constantly moving from place to place. You know what I'm saying? Every 6 to 8 months or whatever, we were constantly moving from apartment place to apartment place. And that can get tiring, man, especially as a kid. You know what I'm saying? that can get very tiring, man. And Romeo never had to go through none of that. You know what I mean? So, like I said, to put his pops on blast like that, I don't agree with that. You know what I mean? Like I said, everything don't need to be on the internet. You know what I'm saying? To me, it looks like a spoiled kid looking for attention. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I see it. But I'm gonna read some of this poem that he wrote and he posted on Twitter. You know what I mean? So the name of the poem is "The Tree of Trauma." Okay, so let's get it in. I'm gonna read a little bit. It says, "Why do you want to be patted on the back so badly for doing good when a God-fearing man and woman were supposed to do that? Question mark. Why do you feel that the need to promote and hold a product on every interview just to validate your worth? Don't the people see that? Question mark. How is the media one day your best friend and then the next liars? Question mark. Whether it's the past or the present, karma has never been known for a liar. So why complain when we signed up for a job that reads no privacy required? How are we in a household of God and can't even pray for the lost ones that's kin to me? Question mark. How come it took my daughter being born to finally realize that we have finally been feeding the enemy? Question mark. How if I really speak my truth, my family legacy will crumble? Question mark. That's like telling a boxer he has no right to rumble. Imagine telling a butterfly she has no right to fly. Then that butterfly has died before she has even died. Why is being right so why is being right to strangers so much more important than being vulnerable at home? Question mark. Probably because that little boy is just in a body that's grown. Heal, kid, heal. It's the only way to really feel. Why is it that I'm soaring and my siblings are not? Probably because our father didn't give them the same time on the clock. Chase the money or chase the family? Question mark. You don't do both because now you are gambling. Okay. Then he goes on to say, why is it that you can't take the same heat as our mother can? Question mark. Mama weathered the daggering of media for years with no voice because she doesn't kneel to man. It's no challenge. The power of women outweighs the power of man. How is it okay to ridicule one in public for their mistakes, but protect the other because of his role? Question mark. My mother was broken for years publicly and still from the concrete she rose. If people really knew your truth, you'll be strong like mama too. And although she might not be known for gold, no matter what her family put her through, her heart never turned blue. Regardless of the damage, just look deep, because behind every great king, there was a queen that carried on his curse that was never seen. I write this because although I didn't live the life that may have been painted in the scenes, I do understand compared to most that me and my father had lived the American dream. But what about the ones behind us that was never seen? Question mark. Just look between the lines of day and night. No matter what you preach, that is how you save a life. I've tried and tried behind the walls that hide, but maybe social media is the only way to open up the giant's eyes. Romeo Miller. And yeah, that was the poem that he wrote, you know what I'm saying, on his, I guess, his frustrations of how his life has been going in his career, you know what I'm saying, and the alleged facade that his, you know what I'm saying, his pops, Master P, has put on in front of the world. You know, the world is a stage, man. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, the world is a stage. Not speaking up for Romeo Miller or nothing like that, but the world is a stage, man. All this stuff you see on the TV and all that, these entertainers and showing all this flashy stuff, you know what I'm saying? This is all, it's all a facade, man. You know what I mean? It's all it's just imagery. You know, it don't really mean anything. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times these people don't have money like that. And not saying that Master P is broke or anything like that, but you know, you can't always believe everything you see on TV and even a lot of stuff on the internet. Like, I don't know what he's doing this for, but to me, he seems like, you know, a little spoiled brat. You know what I'm saying? Just mad at him not having, you know, materialistic stuff, you know, but not looking at the other side of the picture of what your pop's done for you. You know what I mean? It's just like, again, who would know? No one know who Lil Romeo was if it wasn't for his pops putting him on Front Street. And I get it, and I understand what he's saying about, you know, his siblings not popping off like that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it was something in them that, you know, his pops didn't see, that what he's seen in Lil Romeo. Maybe Lil Romeo had that star quality that, you know, it takes to be an entertainer. Maybe his other siblings didn't have that. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe his other siblings didn't want to be in the limelight. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what's going on in people's behind the scenes in their family, and behind the scenes, behind the walls. But for me, on the outside looking in, you just look like a little spoiled kid, you know what I'm saying, that didn't put in the hard work that your pops did to create the empire. And if I'm not mistaken, the son is supposed to carry on the legacy. You didn't add to the empire. What have you add to the empire? Like, nobody was talking about you until recently. What have you added to the empire other than crying? You haven't added nothing to the empire. And the same goes for, you know, 50 Cent's son. You know what I'm saying? His son talking about $5,000 not enough. What do you mean $5,000 not enough? Do you know how many people wish they had $5,000 a month? Hell, some people wish they had $1,000 a month. And here you are getting $5,000 a month for doing absolutely nothing. You're just 50 Cent's son. Again, somebody, who's not adding to the empire. Just want everything handed to them. You know what I'm saying? And these are the little spoiled little brats, you know what I'm saying, that probably will go out and shoot up a school or something like that because they're detached with reality. Not saying they will, but a lot of these kids like that who have everything handed to, this is why you don't get kids everything they want. You know what I'm saying? Because they go through life feeling entitled to things and feeling like every time they get in trouble, you know what I mean, they get locked up, they expect you to bail them out because you gave them everything they wanted in life. You know what I'm saying? And you don't do that. You don't give kids everything they want. Even if you got it like that, you don't give them everything they want. You don't. You know. And then they feel entitled, like Lil Romeo and Marquise, 50 Cent's son. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta show them the work for it. You gotta show them the value of working for it. And that's the problem with Lil Romeo. Never really worked for it. It was Master P put him in position, gave him the crazy alley-oop all his life. Like, he never had to work to get a record deal. No, Master P gave you the record deal. He never had to work to get on little TV shows and all that. Master P had the connections to get you on. He gave you the crazy alley-oop. What have you done since 18 years old? That's what I'm saying. Along with 50 Cent son crying about, $5,000 a month is not enough. What have you done since 18 years old to add to the legacy? Do you expect your pops to continue to give you handouts? Romeo Miller and Marquise Jackson? It don't work like that, man. You guys are spoiled little brats. That's the way I see it, man. But yo, man, that's my take in this podcast episode. I'd like to thank you everybody for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? If you have Spotify, please look for me on, Spotify. Subscribe to me on Spotify, you know what I'm saying? Jupiter 9 Podcast, you know what I'm saying? And follow me in Acast, man. You know what I'm saying? Follow me in Acast, you know what I'm saying? Podcasting platform. But that's my take. I am your gracious host, Phoenix Rising. And I want to say peace and love to everybody. Take care. One.